Great Scott!
Are you a sports fan who loves to have a good laugh?
Oh, yeah!
Then you're in the right place.
I'm gonna make him an offer again.
Life moves pretty fast.
Patriots win the
Welcome
Super Bowl!
to the Man Cave Chronicles.
Brady has his fifth!
Hey everybody, welcome to episode 1 of the Man Cave Chronicles. Today I had a great interview with Brian from Quiet Punch. If you like boxing or just working out, this is a great product. I own one of these things, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to get a hold of Quiet Punch and see if he wants to come on the podcast and talk about it. You should check him out on www.quietpunch.com. He's also on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Up next, Brian from Quiet Punch.
The Man Cave Chronicles on Twitter at the MCC Podcast. We'll be right back. Hey, I'm Josh. If you're looking for a voiceover artist to voice your script for your commercial or podcast and save money for as little as $5, I'll do it for you. I've got over a decade of broadcast experience. Go to Fiverr.com/Josh McClellan. That's Fiverr.com with 2 R's /JoshMcLellan.
So, Brian, thanks for coming on the Man Cave Chronicles show. Why don't you just tell me a little bit about yourself?
Sure. I was actually born and raised in Queens, New York, and was there until about 10 years old or so. And then I moved to the Poconos. And when I was in the Poconos, I picked up boxing. My neighbor was a boxing instructor. So I started with my dad. We went together. I was 13 when I started boxing, and I kind of fell in love with the sport. I competed amateur up until college. And then when I got to college, I really wanted to continue boxing. So I started like a boxing, boxing club with the college. And when I started that, I started meeting basically like teenagers and younger kids. I started showing them what I learned. And before I knew it, I kind of turned into a trainer. I never expected to be a trainer, but I just had a really good following of all these kids. And I actually expanded the gym, and I ran it for about 10 years. I traveled with all these kids, and we competed in Golden Gloves, all these different tournaments, and it proved very successful. And then as of recently, I moved back into New York. I live in Manhattan now. And I kind of restarted, basically left the Pocono area, came back to New York and started doing boxing again. And then I actually started a gym, kind of similar to the one I had before with kids, but this time it was with adults, like white collar workers, and then realized that they were willing to pay like a lot of money when the kids paid nothing, and these people paid money. So I just kind of stuck with that, and it grew and grew and grew, and I just kind of loved boxing, and I went to school for computer science. So I do a lot of like techie stuff as well as boxing and fitness. So I like fitness, enjoy boxing, watching boxing, participating in it, and then doing kind of nerdy stuff too. So I have like a nice little balance.
Yeah,
That's kind of
nothing wrong with that. I do the same stuff.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. What about how long have you had this gym open for?
So actually, I just recently sold it. So I ran it for about 4 years, and I sold it to another gym owner. He took over the location, and with that money, I started a product called Quiet Punch, which I've been recently working on. I started about 3 years ago. It's a boxing punching bag that goes in like a doorway for apartments and houses. And I've been working on that really long time now. It's a lot of fun. Been building that, selling it, making a lot of sales online, and just growing that. And a lot of interesting doors have opened because of this. But it's really cool because I got to kind of now spread my boxing knowledge, like not just the local area. Now it's like reaching all over the place. We're in different countries too, in the UK, in Ireland. I got one guy in Sweden that's using it. So it's very, very interesting.
That's great. I mean, like I said, I bought one, and it's great. I love using it.
I love it. Thank you.
Yeah. Now, how did you come up with the idea for Quiet Punch?
Yeah. So I was sitting in my apartment. This is about 4 years ago. And I had clients that I trained regularly in the gym. And I was thinking of a way. I'm like, there's got to be a way they can practice their boxing, especially in apartments. Like in the city here, the apartments are so tiny. So I was like, there's got to be a way they can do boxing that doesn't disturb their neighbors, that they could handle easily, set it up, take it down in a small space. So I had a duffel bag, and I had a couple of the regular traditional pull-up bars that go in doorways. And I set up like a bag in the middle, and I had these 2 bars. It was a duffel bag filled with like clothes. And I was like, this could be something, I don't know, I felt like this could be something really cool. I was really thinking about just being innovative and giving something for my clients to use. And then I was like, I wonder if I could like make a product. I never knew what that meant. So I actually looked up different prototyping companies, and I found a place in the Midwest. and they specialize in like sports stuff. So I talked to them on the phone, and then we worked out a deal. And then I had the prototype, started the development of the prototype, and was actually really surprised. It came out interesting. It wasn't what it is now, but it was a good start. It got me the bars that I really wanted. And I took it from there, and they gave me a really nice contact with a manufacturer in China. And I started working. Well, actually, he's based locally, but he does work in China. So I worked with him, and they gave me 10 samples. Obviously, a lot of money involved, like, paying for all the inventory and stuff like that. But I got a really nice prototype, and I worked with that. And then I had samples, and then I met this one group, and they were really big into infomercials. And so I started going down the infomercial route. And I didn't realize that it could actually be something I could sell, like, on the market. But the woman that saw it was like, fell in love with it. She's like, this could be great for like women and like, I don't know, more fitness level. I never thought of that. It was more for like the boxing enthusiasts. And it kind of gave me the idea that, wow, this could be something that could be a little bigger than what I had envisioned. And I just continued with it. And it's been a long path. It's been about now 4 years, I'd say, in the making. As of October is when I got the first inventory. There's always a minimum order. So I had to put out a lot of money to get the inventory. And yeah, it's been surprising though, learning a lot along the way, because I've done it all myself, even building the app and just doing everything kind of from the ground level up. So I'm glad I didn't go the infomercial route, which would have been a royalty deal where they basically take over and you just collect the royalty as the inventor. Instead of doing that, now I get to do everything from the ground up, which has been a lot of fun.
Who is Quiet Punch aimed for?
Yes. So when I first built it, it was definitely for like people who knew boxing and wanted to like work on their skills. But it's been kind of I guess progressing and it's changing form a little bit. I kind of thought of the women group more like the QVC Home Shopping Network crew. I would say like the baby boomer generation for women, that because it's low impact, and I felt like it'd be a really good tool for them, and then they also could buy for their husbands, their boyfriends, their nieces and nephews or whatever. But it's turning like, it's kind of interesting. I kind of feel like it's still guys. Guys are still buying it because they want to work on their boxing. I have a really nice mix right now. I say right now it's kind of 50-50 when it comes to men and women, but I'm really gearing more and more focus now on, I think I do like the women group, but I feel like I want to focus on the kind of like the weight loss aspect. And now that I'm incorporating these live workout routines and, really making it more of a membership system, like the way Peloton with the spinning bike, I love that idea where anybody can just pick up, get their Quiet Punch set up and then join in on a live session and, get some work and learn some skills. So I still think it's kind of broad, where I'm just kind of still modeling, who the actual target audience is. But I feel like anybody that goes to like a boxing group class or a boxing fitness class, I definitely feel like they can get something out of this.
Yeah, see, like, I don't know anything about boxing. I've watched it. I'm more of like a UFC person, but
yes,
for a workout purpose, I think it's great.
I love it. That's the idea. And honestly, what happened is when the people I've trained, it's almost like a gateway drug, like marijuana. I feel like especially if people are not into working out, it's like a really good thing because they don't realize they're working out. It's like kind of fun and it lets out, stress, and it's a stress reliever. And then they realize, oh, wow, I'm working out. And then sometimes they may take it to the next level. Like, okay, I love the boxing aspect, but now I want to add a little strength to it. So they add a little bit of weight training and some strength and conditioning. So it's a really neat, it's like a really neat tool.
It also,
that.
I didn't mean to cut you off.
No.
It also feels like you don't need to spend an hour using it either.
Yes, exactly. You don't. It really could be. That's why like the boxing is great, because especially in 3-minute sessions, you could do like 6 rounds, say like 18 minutes, not even if you want to do half that. You could do like a 9 minutes, and that's like great. Even if you do that 3 times a week, that's more than enough to get your cardio going and like to really get a good workout.
All right. Now, what would you want somebody to know about the product if they were interested to buy it?
Mm-hmm. I would want them to know that it's more than just a boxing tool. That's what I'm trying to get to now. The next level is going to be that it's a lot more than just a physical bag and 2 bars. It's like it's the whole experience now. So you're getting the punching bag, but now it's including like with the live workouts, which right now we're doing Tuesdays and Thursdays on Facebook Live, and then we have the on-demand workouts because now we archive all the workouts, and then I have this new punch sensor thing that goes in the back of the bag, and it's starting to it's like a gauge, so especially for the iPhone. So when people use the bag, now they have it's almost like a game. So basically in the round, they have to try and get their goal to 100%. So they have to work as hard as possible, depending on what level they pick, if they're beginner, intermediate, advanced. So it's like giving them a lot more than just a punching bag. It's actually, there's like purpose to it now, that's what I really want people to know, that even if they don't know anything about boxing, that's not the idea. It's about that it's a fun workout and it's a fun thing to do that you could learn, and you could probably pick up some skills too along the way.
Yeah, I've watched your videos when I first bought it, and it helped out.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Very glad.
How big is Quiet Punch? Like employees? What do you like? Give me your plan exactly.
Yeah, so I mean, right now it's just me. It's funny. It's myself in New York, and then my mom in Pennsylvania. So my old house I used to live in, I have all of the units stored at my old room in Pennsylvania. So my mom does all the inventory stuff. So basically, when we get orders, she slaps labels on them, and then FedEx picks them up and they deliver. So right now it's like a mom and pop shop. It's very small, but the goal is to grow the training aspect, so I can hire more trainers. I really like to get more people on board, especially the training side. Right now the purpose right now is to, I think, build up the training side of it. So that way we can start employing people, specifically trainers. I love the way Peloton does it, the Peloton cycles, where they employing like these very high-end trainers, and they can pay them a lot of money because there's no overhead. There's no overhead of actual gym space, and then we can pay trainers more what they're worth. And then at the same time, get a lot more out of, the quality, of the workout.
All right. Is your app available on all platforms?
Right now, it's just iPhone. So I've only developed the iPhone. I have to jump into Android. I've gotten requests and stuff about, when's the Android version going to be ready. So I'd say within the next month or two, we'll have it developed for the Android as well.
Okay. How can the listeners buy this? How can they find you?
Yes. So it's really simple. It's just quietpunch.com, QUIETPUNCH.com. That's the website. And then on Instagram, the handle's Quiet Punch. Facebook, the handle's Quiet Punch. Twitter, it's Quiet Punch now, but you can still find it. If you search on Google for Quiet Punch, it comes up.
All right. Is there anything else you want the listeners to know about your Quiet Punch?
No, I think honestly, you just want them to know that they don't need to know boxing. I think that's the big piece. I think people get intimidated when they hear boxing. I just want them to know that it's something new to try out, and that they probably enjoy it. If they've never thrown a punch before, probably, as you know, and like even if you have thrown punches before, it's like such an amazing therapeutic release. Just to let those hands go.
Yeah, I mean, the first time that I used it, I came home from work and I just felt relaxed after I was done with it.
Yes, I love it. That's the idea. And I have some clients, and actually one client I have, she actually got rid of her therapist because she was like, these sessions they're everything I need. They're physically and then also mentally. Like, this is also my therapy.
Great. All right. Well, like I said, listeners can find you on all the websites, Twitter, Facebook.
Yes. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, the normal social media outlets, and then quietpunch.com.
Okay. Well, I want to thank you for being a guest on the Man Cave Chronicles.
Appreciate it.
I hope I can have you again.
Yeah.
In a few months, see how everything's going.
Definitely. That'd be great.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have a question for the Man Cave Chronicles? Tweet them now at the MCC Podcast.
Episode 2 will be out soon. Email me if you have any questions. themccpodcast@gmail.com. You could tweet me at the MCC Podcast. You can also find me on Instagram on the Man Cave Chronicles Podcast. If you want to be a guest on the show to talk about anything, sports, fantasy sports, movies, TV shows, anything, shoot me a message. I am still new to this podcast world. I'm going to get better, and I'm going to have some great guests on, so stay tuned.
Thanks so much for listening to the Man Cave Chronicles. Follow them on Twitter at the MCC Podcast. We'll catch you next time.